Hello everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Brolog, the show where I, Brook Hubs, am going to be talking to you about movies, TVs, games, and just about everything else. I'm originally, to give you a little bit of the background info on myself, I'm a writer for TripleBeard.com, been doing it for a year now, and we've kind of moved past the whole writing phase and we're going to branch out into some video stuff. So this is the very first episode of my video log where I'm going to be talking about movies, TV, games, what have you. I'm calling it Brolog. Get it? Brook, blog, Brolog. All kidding aside, let's talk about the first good movie I've seen this year called Contraband. Contraband stars Mark Wahlberg, Kate Beckinsale, Giovanni Ribisi, Ben Foster, and many other talented individuals. It's a story about a former smuggler who's forced to get back into the game to protect his brother-in-law's life, as well as his family's life, after his brother-in-law messes up a drug run, essentially. The cops boarded their boat and had to dump all the drugs in the ocean. So I was kind of hoping for a Han Solo reference there. You know, I wanted him to go back to Giovanni Ribisi and be all like, hey, even I get boarded sometimes. You know? Is that too much to ask? The film kind of struggles with what it wants to be. I mean, it borders on action, drama, thriller, and even though it doesn't really quite fall into one of those different genres, it definitely blends together really well, and it's a good start to the year so far as I'm concerned. Mark Wahlberg essentially plays Mark Wahlberg in this film. Kind of does the same role that he usually does in most of his films, where he's the tough guy, knows what he's doing, kicking everyone's asses and saving his family. I don't know why anyone would leave the house if you were married to Kate Beckinsale. Hello. There's not much character development with him or any of the other characters, really. So if that's what you're looking for in your film, this is not for you. If you just want something that's going to be fun to watch, have some pretty thrilling moments, and overall, I mean, it's a feel-good movie at the end, but there's some intense stuff in the middle, and with the whole impressive cast, you're in for a good ride with this movie. Giovanni Ribisi and Ben Foster play some pretty good roles in this movie. I mean, I think that they're pretty accomplished character actors, but like I said, not much development with them other than like some cool moments, and Giovanni's voice the whole time is just kind of freaky. He's just got this high, whiny voice, almost like the Joker from Dark Knight. I can't do it. There's also some other great actors, Diego Luna, Luke Haas, Caleb Landry Jones, who was Banshee in X-Men First Class, and J.K. Simmons, of course, for once not playing one of the good guys, but he was very enjoyable nonetheless. Contraband's going to get a solid 4 out of 5 beards. Pretty decent, nothing phenomenal, no character development, but a good solid movie. If you're looking for something you can take the whole family to this weekend, though, Beauty and the Beast has just been re-released in theaters in 3D. I haven't seen it myself, but if you're a fan of the movie, the classic Disney movie, definitely check it out. There are showings in 2D at most theaters, so if you just want to see it on the big screen again, take your kids to see it, take your whole family, what have you. It's great. It's Beauty and the Beast. I mean, come on. Gaston? Yeah. The other two movies that came out this weekend were Joyful Noise with Dolly Parton and Queen Latifah, as well as The Iron Lady with Meryl Streep. Haven't seen those, not sure if I'm going to. Depends on what I hear about them, but I mean, check them out. Go to YouTube, watch the trailers. Why do I gotta tell you everything? So I made a Star Wars joke earlier, and you can expect a lot of those because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So in a little bit of Star Wars related news, Bob Anderson, who was Darth Vader's stunt double for all his sword fights in the original trilogy, passed away on the 1st of this month. But you know, he had a great career, numerous Hollywood films as fencer, choreographer, instructor as well. And the last project he worked on was The Hobbit, the new Peter Jackson one. So I can't think of a better way to end one's career. I got to review a lot of movies last year, good movies, bad movies, and mediocre movies, but one of the best movies of the year, which I never reviewed and I wish I had, was Warrior. In fact, it was my favorite movie of the year. Warrior is directed by Gavin O'Connor. He did Miracle and Pride and Glory, and it stars a great cast. Tom Hardy, you probably know him as playing Bane in Dark Knight Rises coming out this summer, but he's also been in a number of movies including Inception, Rock'n'Rolla, and Bronson playing the lead character in that movie. Phenomenal acting. Okay movie. Joel Egerton, fanboys have known him for a long time because he played Uncle Owen in the Star Wars prequels, also was in King Arthur, Smokin' Aces, and last year's The Thing prequel. Nick Nolte, of course, phenomenal actor. Jennifer Morrison, coming out of How I Met Your Mother and the new show Once Upon a Time. Kevin Dunn, Transformers, come on. It's a truly phenomenal movie. I recommend it to everybody. I mean, it's a story about two brothers who have just been torn apart by this terrible father who's trying to amend for all the things he did when they were younger. Tom Hardy and Joel Egerton definitely give amazing performances, but the real standout performance here is Nick Nolte, and if he doesn't get an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor, there will be hell to pay. Definitely check it out. Movies don't really make me cry at all, and this one brought me close twice. So that's what I'm saying. One of the most phenomenal parts about this movie is that these two brothers don't even interact until like nearly the end of the movie. But there's this huge buildup between both of them, and so by the time they finally do meet, you are just like dying with anticipation to see what's going to happen. That's a metaphor for my life. I really can't say much more without giving anything away. I mean, in this movie, you never know what's going to happen next. In addition to this great film and some amazing action sequences, the music of Warrior is fantastic, and it's composed by Mark Isham. He's done a number of films, and his rendition that in the movie of Ode to Joy, which is playing right now, is phenomenal. Like the most epic thing you've ever heard. Warrior, I gotta hand it to him. 5 out of 5 beards. So folks, that's a wrap up on the Brolog this week. I hope you all enjoyed the first episode as much as I did. Who am I kidding? I was incredibly nervous this whole time, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Movie news, next week we're going to be talking about Red Tails and Underworld number 4. In addition to those two movies, the next Steven Soderbergh movie, Haywire, is coming out as well. So we got some good action flicks coming up this weekend. So once again, my name is Brook Hubbs, and I thank you for watching the first episode of the Brolog. See you next week.
I was in Jaws!